Now let's talk about Brittany Renner. Let's get into Brittany Renner. Make sure y'all get the likes up too, damn it. Brittany Renner is somebody who I truly believe thinks that, there's a man that's going to marry her. But the thing is, Brittany's going to end up marrying a simp that's nothing more than a fan, because that's what happened with a lot of these women. They end up, if they do get married, they end up marrying a fan. They end up marrying a man who's always wanted to sleep with them. That's it. Who's always wanted to date them, who thinks that he can change her. This is how desperate some of these males are. So I have no doubt that there's males out here who think they can wife her up. She doesn't want to be wifed up. She was promoting being, a side piece? I mean, this is who she is. Shout out to Steven, says, respecting you for the 40. Appreciate it, Steven. Been a member for 40 months. Appreciate the support, man. You see, Brittany Renner is an opportunist. She'll hop on any podcast and she'll tell men what they want to hear. This is why I want you men to have some common sense. These women are going to tell you what they want you to hear. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. She did that when she was interviewed by when she was interviewed, and she spoke about how much she liked Andrew Tate. It's something, somebody brought that to my attention. They said, well, she wasn't acting towards Andrew Tate the way that she acted towards Charleston White. But the thing is that the environment was different, right? She was in an environment where she was the only woman in the room, basically. Right? So her only instinct was to get slutty. Her only instinct was to be dysfunctional. So no man of substance is not going to wife you. That's not going to happen, Brittany Renner. You can get on as many podcasts as you want. A man with standards is not going to wife you up. But she has this delusion that they will. But she's only going to get wifed up by a fan. A lot of you heifers are going to end up with men that you don't want because you've wasted your life passing men who actually could have been good fits for you, who may fit a lot of the things that you want, but because you have the mindset of a slower, you pass up that opportunity. A lot of these women, especially these Gen Z women, these millennial women, they have a slower mentality. And because of that slower mentality, they tend to choose the wrong type of men. Now I'm looking for the clip, y'all. Give me a chance. Listen, Shannon. This is a review, buddy.
Another thing she did admit, she said modern woman is not real. She did admit what you said, the modern woman don't exist.
Appreciate that, Chastity.
I wonder if Shannon made a meve after the podcast. It does seem hard to get under her shirt.
Appreciate that. Listen, she basically, what's funny? Like, Shannon is on his own. Shannon is basically, self, he's managing his channel by himself. So he has to come up with these guests in order to get people to care, in order to get people to want to tune in, right? Because he has to manage it. What's good, David? Now, let me say this about Brittany Renner and her 35 body count. I don't know if I believe that, but I will say this. Even if it's 35, she's in her early 30s. What is she, 31 years old? She's been in relationships, right? So obviously she's out. A lot of those men she didn't get into relationships with. So this woman was out here just screwing around, probably having one night stands, threesomes, right? Because y'all got to understand, some of those things women don't count. Like, I've even seen where women say that when they give mouth, they don't count that. They don't count giving mouth. Okay. When they give mouth, they say they don't count that. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure she's had other encounters. But 35 is a number that makes her, in her mind, it means that she's not a slore because she's only, quote unquote, been with 35 men. I don't know if I agree with that. You telling me a woman who has her mentality only been with 35 men? Now, again, that's still a lot. That even for the average woman, that's still a lot. Even for the average woman, 35 is a lot. I mean, that's a lot of D. Anyway, 35 is a lot of D to be putting in you. Right? Because you got to look at it. Women are not men. Yes, you have men who slept with 35 women, but I mean, you know, we're putting the work in. But a woman has to embrace it. So she's embracing 35 different D. That's a lot of energies. That's a lot of energies. That's still a lot of energies. And I'm telling y'all, I don't think 35 is the final number. I just think that's the number she's putting out here. You can't believe half of the stuff that these heifers say. These heifers will say anything to make themselves look good. I might not even be listen, she's a popular female online. Brittany Renner has been in the public eye since, I believe, 2015. I first knew who Brittany Renner was in 2015. All right? Her pictures were going viral. Because she was what they would call a fitness model. I believe she was straight out of college. Right? Straight out of college. She hadn't been ran through like that. And her pictures will go viral. I believe I used one of her pictures in a thumbnail of one of my videos. So you mean listen, she's been booked and busy, I believe, from that particular time period, from 2015 to 2023. I think she's been very busy. 35 is still a lot, though. There are women out here who've only been with a couple of with a couple of dudes throughout. You know, they're probably 25 and they've probably only been with 3 men. Shout out to Give Me Cash.
A lot of flip-flopping with these.
But 35 is still, especially for a 30-year-old woman, that's still a lot. That's a lot of different D. And we don't even know if that's the final number. She says she moved to Cali because it was nice out there. Listen, gentlemen, these heifers be lying. You can't believe everything they're saying. She's fibbing on that 35. I believe she's fibbing on that 35. I think that number might be a little bit higher. I've heard women say that they will exclude certain men. Like if they have a one-night stand with a man, they'll exclude that. Ain't no telling how many men this woman has been with. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're really not. They're going to fib and they're going to not, be truthful because they still want to be seen as a woman with value. I'm sorry. A woman at 30 with 35 different D. I mean, come on, man. That woman is already screwed up in the head. There are women out here who done got about 300 some odd men. You know what I'm saying? They're on those dating apps just a little bit too much, right? I bet there are women looking at her like she crazy. Like, like she's lying. Because they out here screwing. I got to understand, times are different, man. Look at Instagram, right? Every female on Instagram wants to be a booty model. You see regular women got a regular job. She got to show you how nice her assets are, how nice her body is. This is a woman who works a regular job. I'm assuming. She's not on OnlyFans, right? But she has to show you how nice her body looks. These are regular women now. Regular women want attention for how big their assets are. You telling me these women ain't screwing? These women are screwing. if a man that they are attracted to comes along and he has some at least a little bit of game, he's going to be able to hit that. Because these women are putting their bodies on display. They're putting this signaling out there that they are available to get screwed. It don't matter if they have a husband. It don't matter if they have a boyfriend. The way that women of today carry themselves, they carry themselves as slurs. Now, if you showing off your gym gains, it is what it is. But some of these chicks be putting on these workout outfits just for the sake of doing it. They want to grow their Instagrams to the point to where they can start an OnlyFans or whatever. But a lot more women have a lot more bodies due to social media. And I think it's really been revved up since the shutdowns. When those shutdowns occurred, a lot of women were very miserable. And I think once we came out of those shutdowns, those lockdowns, a lot of women started to rev up their slowness. Oh yeah, they're very promiscuous out here, Chantel. You got regular women. Listen, if you have regular women showing off their bodies, now mind you, these are married women, women in long-term relationships, and they're still trying to seek sexual attraction from men. They're trying to get on the explore page. They're trying to be seen because they never have enough male attention. So if she got 35, what about these women who ain't famous and well known? Right? A lot of these chicks out here getting their backs blown out, man. Some married woman out here that y'all may know, may not know, out here meeting men off Instagram. That's how it is now. And that's nothing new. That's been happening for years. But I mean, it's really been revved up. You know how many relationships have been destroyed due to social media? Not only do you have men out here choosing, you got women out here choosing. And then they'll tell you how much they love their spouse, how much they love their, but you out here twerking for random men. That's the way things are now. But